Hello everyone, it's me, Teacher Joanne, and today I'm here to talk a bit about some math activities that we could do at home that are quite simple, and all you need is just a deck of cards. Okay, so just a deck of cards. If you don't have at home, you can just pick even like Uno cards, that's fine, as long as it's got numbers on them, you're good to go. Okay, so with this deck of cards, there are a few activities that I'll show you in this video that you can pick and choose to do with your child, and it can be adjusted to the level they're at. So I'm just going to put this down here. Okay, so hopefully everyone can see this. Okay, so first things first, so with the deck of cards, I've taken out all the kings, jacks and queens, and also the joker cards, so it's all just the numbers in there from ace to 10. And so for ace, that's 1. Okay, and if anyone forgets, they can just count the visual in there, it's just 1. Okay, so the first thing that we can do with the deck of cards is a simple addition and subtraction practice. So all you need is just a piece of paper, or even if you have like whiteboard, or you don't even need paper and whiteboard if you don't have it. But basically the idea is that you just draw 2 boxes and then you put in the symbol in the middle. So if it's addition, you put a plus. If it's subtraction, you put a minus, and then just an equal sign. So what you're going to do is just open up 2 cards, and so there you have it, like 2 plus 10 equals to how many? So for the lower levels, maybe you want to count the visuals, and then you can practice counting on as well, like 1, 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? If you're doing touch point, you can do touch points, and if you have calculators, then you can practice using your calculators. Okay, so there are like many ways to do this. And then if you want to do subtraction, just take out the plus and then put in the minus sign. So that's the first activity that you can do. Okay, the next one is kind of like the card game Snap, if anyone has played it. So you have a deck of cards again, shuffle them, and then you open up 2 cards. So if it's the same, if it's different, you just keep going. Yeah, just keep opening 2 cards. Now, you only stop when there are 2 of the same cards. So for example, there you go, like ace and ace. So whoever spots it will yell out snap. Okay, so you yell out snap when it's the same 2 cards. Okay, so this kind of works on the concept of like what is same, right? The same concept. So this is something that they can practice at home. You can do this 2 ways, whereas only one person is only opening up the cards, or you can split the deck so that each person has 1 deck and then they open up the card at the same time. Okay, so they just keep opening until the same card appears, and then you yell snap, and the person that yells snap gets to keep all the cards. So basically, the ones who end up with all the cards or the most cards will win the game. Okay, so that's the second activity, which is called snap. Now the third one is called more or less. So you practice on the more or less concept. Again, the deck of cards, you just open up 1 card first. So first card is 3. You can ask the child, what number is this? Practicing on number sense. And then you open up the second card. And then you're going to ask the child, is 8 less than or more than 3? So is 8 less than or more than 3? Now, if your child is having some challenges with this, you can easily draw a number line like that, and then just talk about the numbers on the number line and what comes first and after, and then talking about which one has more, which one has less. Okay, so I've also written down like less than and more than for just so that the kids like know what we're talking about. Okay, so that's one way that you could help to scaffold their learning. Another way that you could do is if you have items around the house that you can use, like such as manipulators. So you can have like blocks or Lego pieces. If you have nuts or anything that you can use, you can put in like 3 pieces of blocks here and then 8 pieces of blocks. So it helps the child to visualize the numbers, working on their number sense again, and then you can talk about like which one is more and which one is less. Yeah, so that's the third activity where we can talk about more or less. Okay. The fourth activity, coming to our fourth activity, is very simple: sorting, classifying, matching numbers. So this one they can probably do it on their own. You just basically open up the cards and then you're just matching the cards with the same number. So I will put all these like the 2s, we'll do with the 2s, the 9 with the 9, and then I'll just make sure that they are all sorted, because this kind of helps us with our next activity. And then you will just go on until it's done. So just for this video, I will stop here so that because I think you all get the gist of it. Yeah, so okay, for this, so that's one activity where they can sort and classify, which helps us in our last activity, which we are going to practice same and different concepts. So now you have all your cards matched up. Now we can do the activity. So for example, I have 3 9s here, so I might put out 2 9s, and then I might put out the 2 here. And then I will ask the child, which card or which number here is different? And then they have to think and find out which card is different. So, sorry, which number is different. Okay, so this is 9, 9, and 2. So which one is different? Number 2 is different. Okay, if to level up this one, you can put in more cards. So you can put out like 3 9s and 1 2, and then ask which is different. You can add maybe like all 4 9s and then 1 2, and then, or maybe you have like 3 9s and 1 6 1 2, you can change it up, and then you ask like which cards do not belong in here, which cards are different. So you can just kind of like switch it up based on your child. So that is one way. And the other way of talking about different, it could be, or same and different, it could be like putting out 2 9s, and then I might have like a 6 and 8 and maybe a 5, and then I ask the child which 2 numbers are the same, and so they have to look, and then they say like, oh, the 2 9s are the same. So that is one way of doing it. If it's too many cards, then you can lessen up the card, and then you have just 4 cards out, or 3 cards out. It's up to you, and just go with the flow, and then just go based on what you think your child is able to do and what your child knows, and just like scale up or scale down from there. Yeah, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. It's just all about having fun with cards and numbers, and just kind of building the number sense and basic concepts of your child. So there you have it, a few activities that you can do at home that just uses a deck of cards. Yeah, and that's it. So I hope that you and your child will have some fun playing this together, and that will be a valuable lesson for him or her. Yeah, so see you soon. Bye.